The Wisconsin Research Expense Credit provides an incentive for qualified research activities in Wisconsin. For tax years prior to 2013, only corporations are eligible to claim the Wisconsin Research Credit. For taxable years beginning after December 31, 2014, all corporations, individuals, and flow-through entities may qualify for the following Wisconsin research credits: the Research Credit for Increasing Research, the Research Credit for Activities Related to Internal Combustion Engines, and the Research Credit for Activities Related to Certain Energy-Efficient Products. Now let's go through these one by one. The Research Credit for Increasing Research is equal to 5.75% of the amount by which the taxpayer's qualified research expenses for the current taxable year exceed 50% of the average QREs for the 3 preceding taxable years. If the taxpayer did not incur QREs in one or more of the 3 years immediately prior to the taxable year for which the taxpayer is claiming the credit, then the credit rate is 2.875% of the QREs for the current taxable year. The Research Credit for Activities Related to Internal Combustion Engines is equal to 11.5% of the amount by which the taxpayer's QREs for the taxable year exceed 50% of the average QREs for the 3 taxable years immediately preceding the year being claimed. If the taxpayer did not incur QREs in one or more of the 3 taxable years preceding the year being claimed, then the credit rate is 5.75% of the QREs for the current taxable year. The Research Credit for Activities Related to Certain Energy-Efficient Products is equal to 11.5% of the amount by which the taxpayer's QREs for the taxable year exceed 50% of the average QREs for the 3 taxable years immediately preceding the year being claimed. The taxpayer did not incur QREs in one or more of the 3 taxable years preceding the year being claimed, then the credit rate is 5.75% of the QREs for the current taxable year. The definition of qualified research expenses is the same as the federal definition, with the exception that the expenses must be incurred in Wisconsin. The Internal Revenue Code defines qualified research expenses as those expenses for activities intended to discover information that eliminates uncertainty concerning the development or improvement of a product. A product is defined as a process, technique, formula, or invention. Under the federal definition, the following items do not qualify for the credit: general and administrative payroll, supplies not involved directly in R&D, depreciable property and land, advertising, marketing, utilities, small tools, and shipping costs. A taxpayer must use Schedule R to claim the Wisconsin Research Expense Credits. The schedule must be attached to the taxpayer's tax return for the year in which a credit is being claimed. Any unused credits may be carried forward for 15 years. Wisconsin also offers a sales and use tax exemption for purchases of certain property used exclusively and directly in qualified research. To be eligible for the sales and use tax exemption, you must be a person engaged in manufacturing in Wisconsin, a person engaged primarily in biotechnology in Wisconsin, or a combined group member who is conducting qualified research for another combined group member who is engaged in manufacturing or biotechnology in Wisconsin. For further information on Wisconsin's research tax credits, please contact one of our specialists by clicking on the Contact button in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. For more information on the Federal Research Credit, please visit our YouTube channel by clicking the link below.